Last spring, a professor ran a simple experiment. People were asked to give health advice. Some used traditional Google searches. Others relied only on AI-generated summaries. Those using AI produced advice that was vague and obvious. Eat healthy, drink water, sleep more. Technically correct, but shallow and unhelpful. People using traditional web searches gave richer advice. They discussed physical health, mental balance, emotional well-being, and how these pillars connect. The difference was not information. It was thinking. One group actively explored ideas. The other passively accepted summaries. The tech industry promises that AI will supercharge learning. We are told that ignoring it means falling behind. But academic studies tell a different story. Heavy reliance on AI tools often leads to worse performance, not better understanding. The lead researcher admitted she was frightened. She worries younger people may lose the ability to conduct a traditional search at all. This fear has a name: brain rot, a slang term describing mental decline caused by constant exposure to low-quality online content. In 2024, Oxford named brain rot the word of the year, pointing directly to short-form social media addiction. Apps like TikTok and Instagram train the brain for speed, novelty, and distraction, not focus or depth. Concerns about technology harming thinking go back thousands of years. Even Socrates feared writing would weaken memory. In 2008, an essay asked, "Is Google making us stupid?" Those fears later proved exaggerated. What makes today different is automation. AI does the thinking for us, not just the searching. This comes as reading comprehension in the United States is already declining sharply. This year, reading scores for 8th graders and high school seniors hit historic lows. These were the first national results since COVID disrupted education and dramatically increased screen time. Researchers now see a growing link between lower cognitive performance, AI use, and social media exposure. Multiple studies show that heavy social media use is associated with weaker reading, memory, and language skills. One of the most talked about studies came from MIT, examining how ChatGPT affects writing and learning. 54 college students were split into 3 groups and asked to write essays up to 1,000 words. One group used ChatGPT. One used Google search. One relied only on their own minds. Students wore sensors that tracked electrical activity in their brains during writing. ChatGPT users showed the lowest brain activity. The work was being outsourced to the machine. 1 minute after finishing, students were asked to quote their own essays. 83% of ChatGPT users could not recall a single sentence they had written. Google users remembered some lines. Students using only their brains remembered entire passages. If you do not remember what you wrote, you do not feel ownership. And without ownership, learning collapses. Researchers worry about fields where memory is critical, like pilots, doctors, or engineers. In response, several states have banned phones from classrooms due to distraction concerns. A recent study strengthened the link between social media use and poorer cognitive performance. A major study was published in JAMA, led by researchers at the University of California, San Francisco. The study followed over 6,500 children from ages 9 to 13. Children reported how many hours they spent on social media each day. They were regularly tested on reading, memory, and vocabulary. Children using social media 1 to 3 hours a day scored significantly lower than those using none. Every hour spent scrolling replaces time for reading, sleeping, and deeper learning. Researchers caution against one-size-fits-all screen time rules since not all screen use is equal. Instead, experts recommend screen-free zones like bedrooms and dinner tables. Meta declined to comment on the findings. TikTok pointed to parental tools that limit usage schedules for teens. Later in the MIT study, students switched roles and rewrote essays. Those who wrote first using their own brains showed the highest brain activity, when later using ChatGPT. Students who relied on ChatGPT first never fully recovered their cognitive engagement. Experts compare AI to calculators, useful only after you learn the fundamentals yourself. Traditional searching forces evaluation. AI summaries remove effort and decision-making. AI transforms learning from an active process into a passive one. The solution is not banning AI, but using it deliberately. Use chatbots for narrow tasks like dates, definitions, or quick checks. For deep understanding, nothing replaces sustained reading and critical thinking. Social media does not just distract, it displaces the habits that build intelligence. The brain adapts to how it is used. The damage is not permanent, but the habits matter. AI and social media are tools. Tools can build or erode, depending on how they are used. When thinking becomes optional, understanding becomes rare. Attention, memory, curiosity, and ownership of ideas are all at stake. We can let machines think for us, or we can think first and use machines wisely. Limit scrolling, read more, write first, reflect longer. Children learn habits from adults. What we model shapes their brains. Progress is not speed. Progress is understanding. Brain rot is not a joke. It is a signal that our relationship with technology needs repair. Use AI to assist, not replace. Because the most powerful processor is still the human mind.